Hi guys, this is me Rock once again, my channel Mart Rock, and today we're going to have a player review for Sheffield United versus Arsenal, which concluded on the 21st of October 2019, 7 o'clock kickoff. Unfortunately, it was a loss today. Never expected that to happen in a team that's just got promoted to the Premier League. So, a shocker nonetheless. We're going to start with player ratings. First, we are going to have our goalkeeper, that's Leno, that we're going to discuss about. He gets a 6 in my book. The reason being that his organization for the goal could have been a little better to make sure that Xhaka was more closer to the man after the first header was won by the Sheffield United players. So, on organization, that's the only way. There was another mistake that he did commit, which was more to do with a straightforward ball, which he had to grab. However, he spilt it. Luckily, there was nothing to worry after that because he was able to latch onto it. So, yeah, that's my rating for him. Moving on to left back, we have Kolasinac. He gets a flat 5, according to me. It looked like he was tired coming back from international duty. Not a lot of chances came true from the left hand side since he was not very careful with the ball when he got it. Neither was he able to link up play with Saka or Aubameyang, who was playing through that particular flank. So he gets a flat 5. Moving on to Socrates. He had a decent game, I'd say. Not a lot of defensive errors from him. He gets a 6. He should have got a penalty. That's according to me. VAR has other thoughts, but for me, it was a clear-cut penalty. He didn't have that bad a game, anyways. Passing was to the mark. He was pretty okay as a defender. Luis, he had a up and down game. He gets a 5. There were a couple of instances where he could have gone for the long ball, but he chose to go back to the goalkeeper. A lot of sideways passing, not a lot of leadership shown by him, since he is supposed to be a leader on the field. So that was his responsibility, but unfortunately he wasn't able to live up to that. So I'd give him a flat 5. Chambers was one of our best defenders when it comes to bombing up and down. Okay, a lot of positive impact that he had on the game, and most of our positives came from the right hand side. That's where he was playing from. So he was one of the very few who were able to take on defenders and looking forward rather than looking sideways and backwards most of the time. So I'd like to give him a 6. Captain Xhaka. So Mr. Xhaka, for you get a poor 5. There was not a lot of penetrating passes that were played by you. Okay, you were supposed to be a leader, the one who inspires others to look forward and to go ahead. However, the only thing I could see you were sideways and backwards passing, which is definitely not something that we would want in our team. And the result was that you got pulled out at a little more than 70 minutes. So that says a lot. We have Guendouzi, our young 20-year-old defender, midfielder. A good game, a lot of movement, not a lot of forward-looking passes, more sideways. He had a decent game, not a lot that he could do, given the fact that there was not a lot of room that he could maneuver with as well. So he gets a 6 as well. Willock, he's coming into the team. He's trying to get into the team, and he's doing good so far. He was pulled out at halftime, not very fair on him, but understandably why it was done, since he was not able to get himself in the game. He gets a 6 as well from my side. We'll move on to Saka. Firstly, I'd like to say it was not a dive because there was contact. Okay, so for the ref to give him a yellow on that was totally undeserved and not something that should have been done in the first place. So that goes for that. Overall, he had a decent enough game. Not a lot that he could do on his own on the left hand side. Aubameyang and him and Pepe were shifting sides, but he's just trying to get into the team, so it's okay from his side. Pepe, man, you had to score that. You had to score it. It had to be done. Unfortunately, another time though. But that was a chance that went a begging. He could score any side of the goal he chose to. Keeper had already been past him. It was just a mini tap in. So I'd give him a 6 again. He was able to create a few chances. Not a lot that he did was wrong, apart from that chance that he missed. And he was looking dangerous in the second half before he got hooked off. So yeah, he gets a 6. Aubameyang, I'm sorry to say, but he couldn't influence the game at all. That's until Lacazette came in, and that's the difference that Lacazette made to the team. But before getting on to Lacazette, Aubameyang had to feed on scraps. He gets a 6 again for no decent shots on target, no ball that he received in the first place, because most of the passing was sideways. Nothing that the forwards could have done in that case at all. He did come back and try to help the defenders as well as the midfielders to get the game flowing from side to side, but the Sheffield United players were very defensive minded. They were very good in their defense, so that was something that they did very well. Moving on to the substitutes. Okay, Ceballos came in at halftime. Very positive impact on the game. I really like this player because he does create something out of nothing, right? All the positive movements, everything that happened good, everything that was moving forward is only after he came in. And this is something that we definitely would want to see in the future as well. So he gets a 7 from my side for all the effort that he put and the chances that he tried to create and not anyone else. He came in for Willock after halftime, so he gets a 7. We had Lacazette coming on for our captain Xhaka, and Lacazette did exactly what a captain should do, which is he caught the game at the scruff of the neck, tried to make something happen. You could see that he was very well linking up with Pepe, with Saka, as well as obviously with Aubameyang, because you could see these guys, they have a connection, right? It's something that they know exactly where to be and when and what runs to make, because they are telepathically connected. That's what I feel. So that was something that's very evident. He gets a 7 as well for the positive impact that he had on the game. Lastly, we had Martinelli. I'm sorry to say, but he couldn't do too much because he came in only in the 78 or 79 minute. So there's not a lot that he could impact in the game. He is full of running though. He models himself on Cristiano Ronaldo, so that definitely shows in the game. And four goals in 2 games is a very, very good return for him. He couldn't do too much today, and that's something that I can definitely relate to, because the game was already being played at a very slow pace at that point of time from the Sheffield United side. So there's not nothing that he could do. Moving on to the ref definitely is culpable for 2 different decisions that he's made. One is the Socrates penalty claim that I feel is a penalty. The shirt pulling was blatant. It was right in front of him. He could definitely have seen it. In fact, he would have seen it, but chose not to proceed with a penalty, and that definitely is not the right call. Apart from that, Saka had contact. However, he was given a yellow for diving, which is definitely not right. A lot of decisions that he made was towards the Sheffield United players and the team, and you could see it. It was very evident. The manager, Unai Emery, he gets a 5. His mindset when it goes to away games is very, very negative. right? It has to change because when we go out to teams like Sheffield United, we are supposed to beat them. That is the winnable games that we have. Although it is away, it's definitely something that if you go with a positive mind frame, in the first 10 or 15 minutes, we can make the huge difference. In fact, we go back and we fall behind in the first 10 or 15 minutes, and then we have to catch up from there, which is definitely not right. So he gets a 5. The fans, definitely a 7, I would say. Not a lot that they could do as well. The game was very slow from the United team, and over and above that, they could support them as much as they did. Especially in the second half, you could see the songs, the chants, the kind of noise that started coming out from the stadium was something that was very, very good. So they get a flat 7. And this is my review. Okay, if you have any doubts or any questions, you can feel free to drop it to me. Anything else that you need, then please let me know. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so that you can get more of my videos in the future. Thank you so much. Have a good one.